We live in an era where noise isn't just external, it screams within your mind. Have you ever felt like a prisoner of your own thoughts? Meet Elias, a successful entrepreneur who has everything the world desires, yet his soul feels empty, drowning in the relentless currents of modern-day expectations and stress. The pressure to perform, the endless notifications, and the constant digital chatter have created a storm inside him that no amount of success can seem to calm. Every ping is a chain, every email a burden. He is a king in his boardroom, but a slave to the very technology he helped to build. Driven by a desperate need for clarity, Elias decides to leave it all behind, seeking a truth that cannot be found in a spreadsheet or a meeting. He journeys far from the neon lights, following a path that leads upward, but into the clouds where the air is thin and the world grows quiet. He arrives at the ancient observatory, a place where time seems to have stopped, and where the only sound is the echo of the distant wind. They say that here, between the earth and the stars, the silence is so profound that you can finally hear the whispers of your own heart. As he steps inside, the weight of the city begins to lift, replaced by a cool, damp stillness that feels both ancient and intimidating to his restless mind. There is no electricity here, no screens, and no distractions. Only the raw elements of stone, wood, and the flickering light of a dozen small flames. He feels small in this space, a tiny speck beneath the mapped heavens, realizing how much of his life has been spent looking down at his feet. From the darkness, the Watcher appears. He does not offer greetings, only a challenge contained within a trembling vessel of clear, cold mountain water. "Take this cup," the old man whispers. "Walk to the end of the long corridor and back, without spilling a single drop of its precious contents." The task seems simple, yet Elias can feel the tension in his muscles as he accepts the cup, the water already dancing at the very edge. He moves with extreme caution, every fiber of his being focused on the liquid. But the more he tries to control it, the more it ripples. His heart is racing. His mind is filled with the fear of failure. And that fear translates into a subtle tremor in his outstretched, desperate hands. He realizes that his internal chaos is manifesting physically. The noise of his thoughts is vibrating through his nerves, making the water impossible to still. Then it happens. A large drop falls, then another. The silence of the hall is broken by the rhythmic, mocking sound of water hitting the ground. He looks back at the Watcher, expecting a reprimand. His chest heaves with the weight of a lifetime of trying too hard to control everything. "The problem is not your hands," the old man says softly. "Your mind is too loud to feel the rhythm of the stillness that surrounds you." The ceiling splits open, revealing a breathtaking canopy of stars. The Watcher leads Elias to the center of the room, beneath the infinite cosmic ocean. "Look up, Elias. The universe does not struggle to be. It exists in a state of perfect, silent movement, governed by laws older than time. He is told to sit and simply be, not to think, not to plan, but to let the silence of the mountains seep into his bones. At first, the noise in his head is deafening. But as he waits, the thoughts begin to drift away like clouds passing before a hidden moon. He begins to realize that silence is not an absence of sound, but a presence of power. It is the canvas upon which wisdom is painted. In this deep stillness, he no longer hears his fears, he hears solutions. He no longer sees chaos. He sees the elegant geometry of the stars. The boundary between his mind and the universe begins to dissolve. He understands that he is not a prisoner, but a participant in this vast harmony. He has found the truest form of freedom, the ability to remain still while the entire world continues its frantic, unceasing dance around him. Morning arrives, bringing with it a new clarity. The world is reborn in gold, and Elias stands at the edge of the world, transformed by the night. He breathes in the crisp, cold air, feeling a strength he has never known, a strength that doesn't come from effort, but from profound inner peace. He performs the task again, but this time, there is no struggle. He isn't trying to control the water. He has become one with its natural flow. True mastery is not about changing the world around you, while it is about changing the frequency at which you respond to that world and its challenges. The chaos of the city will still be there when he returns, but the man who returns will no longer be vulnerable to its frantic, hollow demands. He has learned that self-mastery is the ultimate quiet power. It is the anchor that holds firm even when the fiercest storms of life are raging. Take 10 minutes every day to find your own observatory. Go within, shut out the noise, and listen to the echo of the silence waiting there. For only in that silence can the truth grow loud enough to lead you. Only in that stillness can you truly become the master of your destiny. He is back in the world, but no longer of it. He carries the mountain inside him, a sanctuary of peace in a world that never sleeps. Find your silence. Reclaim your power. Subscribe now to journey deeper into the ancient wisdom of the self and the universe. Master your silence.